today we are making the Frankenstein Dollar Tree Boo Box, and all you have to do is fill it with candy and treats, leave it by their door, and they get the wonderful little surprise from you anonymously. So if you've never seen it, you can just Google Boo Bag or You've Been Booed, and I do believe there's a little poem that goes with it. So whoever created it, kudos to you. Thank you for the idea. I always like to give a shout out to those of you that come up with these fun things that we can do and give as gifts and make people happy. So for this box here, most of these supplies are from Dollar Tree except for the felt that I used for the top of the hat. And if you missed the original one, this is the witch hat that I put on the pumpkin. Again, same concept. So this video is below, and let's get started on how to make this one. This is what you need to make your Frankenstein Boo Box. Now, for this one, we are going to do something a little bit different, and then I have another idea for the last box, which would be the mummy. So for this one, you're going to need the box. You're going to need a package of this floral. It's the real soft kind, so you have to kind of be careful when you're working with it. But there's 4 pieces in here, so there's enough to do 2 hats, unless you wanted to make them a little smaller. In that case, you would have enough to make 4 hats. You're going to need a package of 2. These are sold at Dollar Tree in their foam department with their wreaths and things like that. They are also like a floral. You're going to need 2 of these. They come in a pack of 2, so if you're going to make 2, you'll have enough. You're going to need, I'm going to use a piece of felt on this one, but if you don't have any felt, you most certainly can use mesh. I just thought this was like kind of fun, gangster style Frankenstein. And then I'm going to use the Dollar Tree feather boa. Dollar Tree does not sell felt. These are only like 39 cents or 49 cents at like a Hobby Lobby, maybe Joann Fabric or Michael's. So you can get a piece of felt really, really cheap. I want to use one of these as an accent on our Frankenstein, just to put it on his hat. I have Velcro, of course, because that is how we put our lid on. We just Velcro, put Velcro here and here, and then on our box, and that's what keeps our lid on so that it doesn't fall off when we want to put our candy in there. So I just want you all to see it stays on. Okay, so we have that. You're going to need a glue gun and some scissors. I always tell all of you these are actually kitchen shears from Dollar Tree, but they cut perfect between almost anything you want to cut. They just have a little bit more grip to them, and if your scissors go dull, all you have to do is cut through some tin foil and that sharpens them back up. So as you can see, we don't have to do anything to this foam thing. It's going to fit over our box perfectly, and when we're finished, we're just going to put our Velcro here and here. So what we're going to focus on right now is making the top of the hat. Okay, so the first thing I did was just take 2 pieces of the foam and I glued them together, just like this. And I always like to get things moving, so that's why I started this, to just show you. I just glued the 2 of these together. I cut my felt in half, so I cut it in half, and then all I did was take the piece of felt and made 2 pieces that I could cover here. So you see there's a piece, it just covers this section. And then I folded it over so that it kind of makes it look a little more finished. So if you want to do this a little differently and have it more finished, that's entirely up to you. And then all we're going to do is put some hot glue on here on the other side. Okay. And fold this in. So some of you might want to cut this felt down and do all that. If it's, you know, it's entirely up to you. I just feel that when you accent different things, you're not even going to notice it, but that's me. So the next thing we're going to do is take one of our round discs, and of course we are going to hot glue this onto here. So this is the top part of our hat. Okay, so we're again just adding hot glue. My hot glue is really, really hot. You can see it kind of smoking there. We're going to put this on top of here. You can hear it sizzling, and you're going to let it dry. And then we are taking our feather boa, and we are just going to hot glue this all the way around. Okay? And we're going to add our felt. So this is what I mean about our little flower here. Now you can add a little, I'm going to pick the smallest one, I think. So when we have this glued on all the way around, we'll be able to put our little flower right there, okay? So he kind of looks a little gangster. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this around twice. So I'm going to start here only because we want to cover this up and we want to make it look nice and fluffy. So our thing is completely glued on, and we are just going to start putting our feather boa on. And of course, the hot glue is going to melt our styrofoam, so you've got to work fast. Okay, remember that. The hot glue, it burns the styrofoam, and then it dries pretty quickly too. So you're just going to start wrapping it. If it starts to come up on you, just add a little bit more hot glue as you're going. Hold it down. Hold it tight as you're going, because that's really going to help. Okay? So you will need one feather boa to do this, and then you're going to start, watch, because you're going to have feathers everywhere. Okay? And press and hold, because you don't want everything coming up on you as you're going around. Should really try to get that feather off of there. Okay, I just don't want it to dry on me. So our little hat is kind of cute, isn't it? We're going to put that on there for our Frankenstein. Let me get this feather off of here. There we go. I'm running out of hot glue, so I will have to come back in 1 second because I got to get more sticks. So there we have this all the way on, and all we're going to do is trim this up, and then the last part is to glue our flower on and to glue our Velcro on. So I will be right back. So we have our feather boa all the way on, and we're going to add our little rose right here. So I'm going to trim just this little piece a little bit so it kind of lays a little flat, and it's still connected, so it's not going to fall apart on us, because sometimes if you cut this too low, it'll all come apart. But we didn't do that, and we still have more than enough for this to hold on. Okay? Don't you love when your hot glue gun gives you a hard time? Oh. Okay. Got the glue on there. We're going to put it right here, and you tell me if he is not the cutest guy with his hat on. How cute is he? I love it, love it, love it. I love it. So now all we have to do is put our little Velcro pieces on here so that it doesn't come off. Okay, so I just want to press this a little harder. I think I'm going to need a little, well, let me see. I'm going to hold it and see if I can get it to stay. Having a hard time. I just came up with another idea with this right here. How about if we cut one of these and leave this on here, because we have, this is styrofoam. So what that means is we can push this in to the styrofoam. We don't even have to worry about letting it. Got to get through the felt is what the problem is. There we go. So we got through, and there's the little eyeball. So we didn't even have to worry about gluing that on. It just went right in to our thing. So we have to make sure we have it the right way. Oops, I put it, wouldn't you know it? I put it on the back side. No. Wait. Yeah, that's right. I had it on the right side. Okay. Because I had the side and the front. So that is our front right there. Okay? So that's what I mean. Just make sure this smaller side is the side and this longer side is the front. So now all we have to do is put our Velcro on, and we saw that our lid just fits on here. Okay, so if we glue, see how our lid just fits? When I showed you in the beginning of the video, it almost fits perfect. So no matter where we glue our Velcro, it's going to be perfect. So all we have to do now is take our Velcro. I'm going to cut about that much, which would probably be about 1.5 inches. I think 2 inches would be too big. We're going to put this here, double it up, cut it so that they're the same size. Okay. So there we have that. And I always like to put, it's just me, I like to put, this is how we're going to do this. Wait. We're going to try it like we tried the last time, only because I want to make sure it's right here over the front, like that. So I want to glue this down with the male and the female and then pull it off once it dries. So we're going to try it that way and see if it works. I always like to show what works, what doesn't, because if everything looks perfect, then it is frustrating for you on your end. And then I get messages, that didn't work. So I like to make sure that you all know mistakes can happen. So we are going to try this together. Okay, so we have one on. I hot glued it first. And the only reason I do this is so that this is on, and then when we go to put this on our box, it's just going to grab. And it has more than enough room. If we put it wherever we're going to put it, it has enough room for it to rest on our box. That's why I'm doing it this way. So let's see. I want the female side down, putting hot glue on. Okay, there's the hot glue. Can you see it? And it does dry super fast, so you kind of got to be really quick. All right, so both pieces are on there. I can feel that it's still kind of hot, so I'm just going to give it 1 minute. And then see, it's perfect. You can feel my fingers. It's absolutely perfect the way we have it. So you see, we don't have it directly on there. We have it a little bit overlay. And when I put my fingers on the box, I can feel that it is absolutely perfect where we have it. So that's the only reason that I do things this way, is because it lines things up better. Oh, his eyeball fell off. So we got to glue that back in there. So if you're giving this to kids, another great example, make sure it is completely glued on. You don't want a little one being able to pull this eyeball off. Okay, so stick some hot glue in there and glue it in there good. Because, I mean, it literally just popped off. Okay, so we want to make sure it's glued in there really good. So add a lot of glue. Stick it back in there so that it's on there really good. Not saying that a kid can't pull it off, but I would think that you would be giving this to an older child anyway. Okay, so that's back on there. And now all we have to do, since this is completely dry, is I don't want to put this here. I want to glue them individually because I don't want it to pull it off of here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take and we're going to hot glue this whole thing here, just like this. Okay, so let's add some glue to here. Okay, so we got the hot glue on, and we're just taking it and putting it on the lip because we know our measurement is perfect. So you got to make sure that this is really glued on so that his hat stays on. Because this would still be a really cute table decor. Even if you have a desk at work and you want to keep candy in there, they could just take the lid off and put the hat back on. So it's really cute. Okay? So that's male, that's female. Yep, we got it right. We got it right, we got it right. See, I get excited when we get things right. Okay, this glue gun today. Driving me a little wacky. There's our glue again. Okay, so just make sure that it's on there really good because you don't want it coming up when you pull your hat off. That's the whole point of it. And there you have it. We are all done. Just put your hat on. It's on there perfect. Our eyeball is on there. And how cute is he? Oh my gosh, I love him. I love it, love it, love it. So there you have it. There is our Boo Box with, and look at, somebody said put a hinge on there, but all they have to do is really pop it open like this, especially on this one. The only reason it doesn't work with the witch hat is because this is, the hat kind of just fits on there and it goes on sideways rather than the way this one was. So this one just kind of pops back like that, okay, or whichever way you're going to open it. Well, it really comes up good like that, so the back side. So there you have it. There's our Frankenstein Boo Box. So have fun, and I do have one more coming up because I'm trying to give you guys some different ideas. I know that the boxes are hard to find. I know that the witch hats are hard to find. What you could also do is you can take a regular box, you can spray paint it green, you can draw some eyes on it. I would say that this, I don't know if it has the measurements on here. Let me see real quick if it says. It does not say what size this is, but I will post the measurements in the description below so that you know how big this box is to make this hat. So if you made a regular box by the width and the dimensions of height, width and length, then you could make a hat like this and just spray paint a box and do it this way. So I'll put the measurements below for this particular box, and that you could do it that way as well. If you do vinyl, you could make a vinyl face on a box, and then this way if you can't find these boxes at Dollar Tree, you can make your own and still make your Frankenstein Boo Box. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.